Hello and welcome to BonBonB's What Map for City Skylines. There are well over 20,000 maps on the workshop now, and so choosing the right one for your new city is a huge task. So every Wednesday and Saturday we'll review a few and hopefully find you the right one for your next build. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Before we get started, let's have a look at a couple of clarifications and corrections from last week. The first one is the Island of Man, which I incorrectly stated was the Isle of Man. It is obviously based on the Isle of Man. I'm surprised that I didn't spot this previously because I'm quite anal about this. So wrong, it's unbelievable. But yes, the Island of Man is what you need to search for that map. And the other one is Los Dominios, as I incorrectly stated before. You need to search for Owls Los Demonios. So yeah, sorry about that. That one was my fault. The Island Man I'm still putting down to okay, probably my fault. Olomouc by studeny.majkl. Yeah, it's anyway, it's a town in the Czech Republic, not Croatia, the town of the Czech Republic. And as you can see, a big river system going on here. Looks really good from here, doesn't it, guys? Looks really good. Let's have a look at those resources, because the resources work really nicely too. Look, they've got farmland and yeah, a little bit of ore there and some forestry going on. So far, it looks a really, really good map. Let's have a closer look, because when we get closer in, you'll start spotting a few problems. Now, first of all, doesn't it look great for building? Does that not look great for building? Large flat areas, you'll see there's obviously a few terminated roads there, incompleted roads, but yeah, we'll get close to them in a minute. But yes, here's one of the river systems, and look at it. This is glorious, isn't it? Is this not glorious? It's so well mapped out. You really, really want to get hold of this map. And, you know, this little river system, it looks real. Even this little lake, big lake even, looks really, really good. So yes, anyways, yeah, loads and loads of room for industrial and forestry. Still looks really good. But, well, before we move on to the buts, this used to be a walled city back in the Middle Ages, apparently. And this is apparently a little bit of the exterior wall of the city, which obviously you can incorporate into your build. Anyway, the problems begin now. You can see incomplete junctions, which we see an awful lot. Obviously, the Studeny has built a whole city on here and has demolished all the roads to then share the map with us. And it's a shame we didn't save the map separately before building on it, because obviously, look, even where the roads are being demolished, we've got the imprint of the roads still in the soil, which actually doesn't look too bad, but it's something that you're still going to want to iron out with the terraform tool before you start building your own city. Now, what do we have? We have 1, 2 coming in from there. We're talking rail tracks here coming in from that, and you've got 1 coming in from this direction. Oh no, 2 from this direction, 1 from the bottom. Oh yeah, now we're over to the west side. There's 1 line coming in from the west side. But, of the 6 rail entrances, 2 of them don't actually connect with the border. There's 1. And here's the other. So when you're connecting up your rail lines, you need to bear this in mind, that these 2 lines are not actually going to connect out of the map. Now, highway connections, we've got this double highway connection here, which is hidden in the fog. Took me some searching to find that one. If we go down the map and across a bit, you'll find this one, and this is a single road connection, all on its own. And I believe it's like a simple 2-lane road, 1 way in, no way out. Very strange, that connection, very strange indeed. And then if we come down here, hidden in the fog again, we've got another road connection, highway connection there. So only 2 highway connections. Oh, hang on, is there a third one? Well, this obviously looks like it was at one point, but it's been deleted. How very strange. So anyway, there's an awful lot to be sorted out with this map if you wish to use it for yourself. It's got so much potential. Don't get me wrong, creator. I really like the map. It's just got so many things that need sorting with it before you can start using it for your own city build that I'd recommend probably leaving it alone. So anyway, that's Olomouc. And we'll move on now to Mason's Bay, which is a bit of a nod to Mr Maison, who's created a lot of trees for the workshop. Now, the thing with this, it does look very hand-tooled. It doesn't look real, but although it doesn't look real, it has got a lot going for it, and we'll have to take a look at that. I've only got one major grumble about this, but let's have a quick look at the resources. You'll see there's a lot of ore going on, a few patches of farm, and a lot of forestry. Now, my main grumble aesthetically is the height of the riverbanks. It kind of looks like Legoland to a degree to me. Yes, I know it's a computer game, but it's not as real as it could be. Still, though, it's very pretty. It kind of looks like a modern golf course, I think. Obviously, on a much bigger scale. Now, the rivers are great in this map. Like I say, although it doesn't feel that real in its actual layout, they're beautiful. They're really nicely created and laid out. And there's another one, goes up a little bit to a large lake in the mountains. Let's have a quick row up the stream, shall we? Oh, that's gonna be a paddle, isn't it? Everybody, man the oars, man the oars. Right, time for a beer. Perfect place for a beer. Lovely. So anyway, we've got this main highway route coming in here. It splits and comes back together and meets at this great big intersection in the middle there. A bit weird of an intersection, but you know, it works and it looks good. If it's not exactly the one if you're in real life, you're approaching that, you wouldn't be too happy. And there is an exit, of course, to the north as well, which I failed to point out just then. Now, the rail tracks, I'm not too happy with these tunnels. First of all, that should bury into the hill, and that's not too bad a one, I guess. Not too great. Then this one, well, it kind of like just dives under the river. That's going to be a hell of a steep entrance to get your train down under that river and back out the other side. And trains prefer a smooth track rather than a hilly one. Anyway, this follows around here. Now, this bridge here needs to be raised. That train track could then carry along on the surface underneath the entrance to the bridge, because look how low that bridge is. It's ridiculous. But instead, we've tunnelled underneath a field, basically. And it comes out the other side of the river. That's not too bad. But then, look at this. What's the point of this tunnel? What is the point of that tunnel? Anyway, that then goes round and exits. But you think that's bad? We've got as bad from the other angle. Let's go and have a quick look at this one. So anyway, the comes in from this, and then the road should go over the rail, not the rail going under the tunnel. There is stupid. We'll follow this down and around and over the bridge, and then this. Look at this. Seriously, look. Hang on, there. Have a look at this. What the effing hell is all that about? Crazy. Absolutely nuts. And this, look how close that is before it dives under the river. It's right on the bank. And then it comes out the other side and meets up with that pointless bit of... Oh. But anyway, other than that, like I say, other than a few grumbles about the rail lines, which you can delete and then rebuild, I think this looks really good. I think it works perfectly for like it just, to me, it looks like a modern golf course. And I could certainly build a series of small towns on this, I think. Looks really, really good. And so we'll move on to our third and final map. Now this is Green Valley by Mr Dwarf, and I tell you what, this looks great. We're running on I think it's Natural Beauty colour LUTs or something like that. I must look at that one up. And where are we? Yes, it's glorious, and we're going to come in and have a close look at this. Oh, but before that, there's resources. Now the resources are kind of an afterthought to me here. We've got ore into the mountains on two sides, but not on the south side. I've got a little bit of farming going on. No, well, there is oil. Of course there's oil. There's 3 patches of oil. I'm going mad, I tell you, mad. Anyway, let's go and have a look. Look how beautiful this map is. Look, this is obviously the entrance from the west side of the city, I believe, with the sea off to the right. But it's glorious. I mean, just look. I mean, there's an awful lot of trees in here that I had to subscribe to off the workshop, and 11 of them didn't automatically add to the game, and I had to go through them manually and add them. But hey, it was worth it, and gosh, does it look good. And we'll now see. Now this is how a riverbank should look. The last map with the high banks just didn't look real at all, whereas these look stunningly glorious as we head down the river towards the sea. And this just feels so good. Yes, so plenty of room to build on this map, plenty of room, and it looks stunning. I mean, the city, whatever city you build on here is gonna look good. You might want to make a couple of changes to the bridges, but let's not get too pedantic about it, shall we? Because, to be honest with you, I mean, that could be a little lower, I think, that one. But anyways, yes, we head down, and the river entrance exit to the sea. This feels really good. Now, there are a couple of shipping route problems with these sandbanks, I have noticed. I won't go into them now, but to be honest, they're minor. They don't really massively affect you. And of course, we have got the essential lighthouse. Where's that essential lighthouse? Let's go and have a close look at that essential lighthouse. There it is. It's essential, and it's a lighthouse. But yes, it's just glorious. The colours on this colour lat are glorious. And now, yes, it's Green Valley, but we've also got plenty of idyllic little islands around the outside. And I want to move here right now. Look at this one. This is stunning. And then we'll come back to land, as they say. So anyway, yes, let's take a quick scoot across the hills. And we have this, like I say, it's called Green Valley because we've got hills all the way around the outside with the valley in the middle for building, and there's a huge build plain there. Huge, so much potential to do so much with. Let's stand on top of here, shall we? Ah, yeah, look at that. You can see my house from up here. So let's have a look at the highways and the rail routes. As you can see, we've got one main route that goes across the entire length of the map with penis intersections there, all set up for you to start building land into the fields as they be. Let's have a closer look, shall we? Because the one thing with this is, look how big those, we've got 6-lane turnoffs here, and this one's like 4, 5, 6 lanes again. It's huge, it's mammoth. And then we'll head down towards the beach. And again, look at it, look, 6 lanes. Oh my god. It's going to handle a lot of traffic. I guess it saves you putting it in, but I'd probably narrow those up a little bit. And then more penises. So that's Green Valley by Mr Dwarf, which gets today's BonBonB seal of approval. Well, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. I'm here every Wednesday and Saturday with more maps, and I look forward to hear your comments down below. Don't miss it, because I'll miss you, and I'll see you next time.